Welcome folks to Harrison Building Lego Sets. I'm Brian Harrison, and today we are looking at building, this church. Now you can see the box is huge. I can't get the whole thing in on my table, where at least the space I have to build. But that's okay. We're still going to build this church. We'll enjoy it. I'll do the best I can with what I have, and I just hope you enjoy it. But before we get started, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, leave a like on this video, hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube. If you're on Rumble, if you're on Rumble, please don't forget to follow us there as well. Hit the like and comment section. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Trying to see if we get this straight. Here, let's look at this as best as we can. That may be a better view of the overall church, because there's a steeple, or two steeples. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright, so this is what we have. And I was sent this in March. No letter, no nothing, just sent. It was nothing I expected. It was free. But I ran into other things that I had to clear off my table, do other things so I could build this and have an opportunity to have this church. The other thing I ran into was my health. I have a heart issue and things like that, so I have to take things at times slow, and because they're still messing around with my medication and stuff, so that played a part in it too. But the other thing that played a part was my Lego City. That played a huge part. So I finally finished what I wanted to do with that and get all the pieces I had for that out of the way, so I could have the space and stuff for this. And the other thing, and I will show it quickly. Sorry, let's go over the church. What is this? Now, it's a base plate. It's a 32 by 32 base plate. My Lego City is built on one of these, but it's mills plated. And if I'm going to use a church in this Lego City, I need it to be not only the height that my Lego City is at, but I also need it to be sturdy, and I want it to keep it. I don't want to have to add it later. I'm just going to build right on top to this. So that's just awesome if you could do it that way. So I'd prefer, if I'm going to build a nice building like this, to put it on something like this. So there you go. Okay, so we'll pull that back out here. But we got to get into the box and eventually get rid of, or put the box out of the way. We'll look at the box. That's what we usually do. This is a huge box, so it may be hard, but we'll try. Here you go. Now I do have shorts of this box. Here, so you're just gonna see some stuff. Let's try to go to the side of the church, and you can kind of see the plans. Those are cool. Look at this, St. Andrew's Church. Now I don't know how many episodes it's going to take us to build this. It's going to take quite a few. Okay, so let's try to flip it around again. Here, let's see if we can get a better view of it flipped this way. The box, at least. Yeah, it's huge. And so then you get that side, and then we get, and it's by, I want to call it Reobix. And you may correct me if that's not how it said. It's Reobix. So yeah, awesome. I really love it. So here you go. Here's here's the box. Just like I said, it's a huge box. That's the problem I ran into, which is fine. Problem. I love it. It just means it's awesome, and it's awesome. It's awesome to do this. And then here you go, classical restoration. Yeah, I can't read it upside down, but it's St. Andrew's Church. I think it's classical restoration, restores, or whatever. Anyway, it's here. Let's flip it around. You already got to see some of that. We'll go through all that, hopefully. Yeah, St. Andrew's classic restoration. There you go. I was right. I was on the right track. I knew where I was going with it, but okay. Yeah, here you go. Here's the front, and then you have these different images on the front of the church, and it's also lights. There's lights included in this. Here, I'll show you. There is shorts of this. That's what I'm trying to say. If I don't get it all, I have a short with my phone, and sometimes it's easier, especially for this build. Look at, there's lights right there. And actually, there were people amazed, and I'm even amazed, because when I had seen this church, I didn't see that as in the description of those who are selling this. So maybe, I don't know if Reobix can say to them, hey, add that into your description, but that is there, or at least have the picture of it. But yeah, but it's a nice surprise though in some ways too, because it's unexpected, right? So this church was unexpected. It just showed up at my door one day, and it was unexpected. And I was excited because I didn't know, right? It was just one of those cool things that you can see. We're gonna see this stuff, but you can see there's insides and what it's going to end up looking like. Okay, we're here on the back side. We might as well stay on the back side of this box. Okay, now this is already opened a bit, so here we go. We're going to get a knife out, and we're going to try to cut this open. Alright, so we don't know how much. This is just getting started. We don't know how many episodes it's going to be and how much we are going to get done each episode. Of course, one person claimed it took them 7 hours to build or something like that, and I don't know if they stopped or what they did. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know how long it will take us to build, but we're going to build it till it's built. And so that's why it's good that I got everything else done and out of the way, because then we get to focus on this. Okay, so, come on. Okay, I may have to, you know what? I'm going to have to just move this. Sorry, guys, for the camera. See, that's what I was talking about. I really don't have. But I love it. We'll make it work. We'll make it work to the best of our ability. I'll show you stuff. This is what I was waiting for. To see. It's a manual. It's a book. I mean, there you go. It's a book. So, here, we'll move the box to the side. So, it's a full-on book. Now, we may have to actually move the box. So, and with this, there's just a lot. Like, I don't even know if I want to pull it all out. It's so cool, but there's a lot of bags. Like, there's bags upon bags, and I'm gonna have to see how they separated, like this section and that section. Look at, you have all this stuff. You have all this stuff. I mean, how cool can that be? So, and I'm excited. I want to build this. I wanted a church in my Lego city, because most towns have some type of church or mosque or some type of religious building. Okay, so the only other thing, and it may be already packed away. Oh my word, there's a lot of bags. So that's what I'm saying. This is going to take some time. Oh, here we go. I may need that. Even though I have plenty of them, they include it in the box, which is awesome. At first I had none, and then all of a sudden I got certain sets I was getting those brick removers. I think I bought my first one because I needed it, and so I bought it, and then after that they just came easy. I'm like, oh, why did I buy them? Because they came easy. Anyway, yeah, there's just a lot of bags. There's just, yeah. Okay, so that's 3. That's bag 3. Yeah, okay. So, usually I do it, but with a big build like this, you already, okay, so there's 2 in here. There's 2 I left in there. There's 2. I'll keep this one out. There's 2, and this one is, there's 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and instructions. So there's 11 bags, instructions, because you're counting this. Okay, so we're going to keep the bags out, and the reason why, number 1, it has the brick remover. We're going to get started on this. This is, like I said, this is what I've been waiting for, and that Mills plate was, we're going to pull it out soon. We're just going to open up our instructions. This is a build of a lifetime for me. I mean, there's probably people say, nah, I've built better. Or bigger. I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm glad I have it. This is the first time I feel like I've gotten an opportunity to build something like this. So this, look at the manual. Just this, look at this. This is what we're going to be going through. It's going to be fun. I will say that. It's going to be fun. Oh, there's the stickers. I was waiting for that. Good. We already got those. So, you know me and stickers. I would do the best I can. I do okay. I'm gonna do the best I can. It's hopefully gonna look good by the end, and I think it will. I'll still love it. It's me building it. You know, I gotta take some responsibility, right, for me building the church. Okay, so this is where we go. We're gonna set off the instructions off to the side. Now we gotta get started somewhere along the way. So this is where we get started. This is not something that comes with this church. I want to thank because I said I got sent for free. I want to thank whoever sent this to me. This is awesome. I went about this on my own. I just don't have the ability to do it right now. But to have this and opportunity and whatever, I mean, it just came as a box, right, with wrap. So there was no any instructions. It just showed up on my door. So I'm very thankful for it. I want to do this. This is awesome. I'm thankful for this opportunity. Anyway, that being said, again, don't forget. I don't know if I said it. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, leave a like on this video. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Rumble, don't forget to follow us there. Hit the like and comment sections. There's also shorts. Don't forget to look at those. I love shorts lately, so too, and doing this as well. So, okay, so we gotta get started on this. So, okay, we opened up our instructions, and I'm going to look through and see what they're trying to say. See if there's how they're connecting everything, because they're showing it, and that's bag one. Okay, now we know what we're doing. I looked quickly, and I'm just like, it may be a rough start. That's why I don't know how many episodes this is going to be. I'm going to be quiet while I open this. It's a little noisy. Okay, here's our brick remover. For this, I have different ones from different companies, even Lego themselves. I think I have a couple or so from Lego. I actually just need to put them in if I ever have a Lego room, I'm going to put them in a drawer of their own. So I'll just have them. So it's great that they do it, because you never know, the person may not. I happen to have a few. Actually, I don't know where they are, so it's nice to have them. I mean, I kind of know where they are, I just have to go dig them out. So, yeah. Alright. So, here we are. Now, again, we're building on top of this. And so I'll try to move it around. I'll try to make sure. But it was awesome preparing this. I was so glad once this was finished. I had to wait for different things. But finally worked out. Awesome. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it this way, because then this will connect. Anyway, we'll figure it out, right? So, here we go. Let's just open, and then we'll continue. Hopefully by the end of this, we'll be actual expert builders. We may not be. We'll see how we plug along. How many? Again, it's fun, but we'll see how many episodes we get, and that could be me making mistakes and then figuring it out. And yeah, we'll figure this out. It does seem overwhelming, because this is the biggest, usually you'll see an end, like you do an hour video, you'll see an end, but, we'll see the end eventually. It'll be exciting when we see the end, because, I always love the finished product. Here, I'm going to be quiet again while we finish opening up the rest of bag one. Today may be a weird episode. I don't even know how much we'll add to the church today. Alright, there we go. That's it. Yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna add today. Okay. Alright. Just move stuff around. Okay. So that's it. Okay, I'm going to open up this too, because this comes with some base plates. I have a feeling that we're going to need those. Oh, and here's the lights here for this thing. Like I said, this getting started video is just us getting started. Getting into this church so that we can do this. We'll see. I'm hoping that it will take a couple weeks or so, maybe a couple week-ishes, and I'll build this. I won't be doing any other Lego thing but this until this is done with. Once we're done with this, we'll do its final review or final look, whatever, and that may be partly with it being finished, it depends. And then we'll place it, we'll show it beside my Lego city that I do have that's in one building, and we will go from there. So yeah. There, that's the plan. But the plan right now is this. Let's get started in building this. Okay, so we got this. I'm hoping that with this, okay, so there's a piece, and then we have a gray piece. Now we're starting. Okay, now we're starting. Exciting. Okay. Try to make sure I get this right though, because I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to. Okay. Or maybe, is it over? Okay, hold on. I may have had it right the first time around. Which is either good or bad. Okay. Let's look at that. Let's see, is that the... Yeah, because it should all be on here. I would assume, yes. And then there's... Okay, good. Where is that piece? Is that just a gray piece? Dark gray piece? Or just a... No, it looks like it's just one of these gray pieces. So it looks like to me. And then sometimes Lego, it looks okay so far. But sometimes Lego brands, I feel like when certain colors clash, they aren't as good. But Lego does that too. So it's like, you just kind of have to jump in and look with what parts you have. And then try to say, okay, this is the color they really are pointing to. So like this one, I think, yeah, it's this color. So there you go. And then you have like this little flower thing that's appearing in places. So I mean, once we get into it, we'll kind of get how this company builds. Like every company in Lego, unfortunately, is different. There's not they have great concepts and great ideas, but they each have their own bricks. They have similar bricks, but they each have their own bricks and styles, which, to be honest, is a great challenge. And sometimes it's a great way to get buildings that Lego won't produce. I'm kind of saddened by that, because Lego did these modular things. I never got into them, but I was like, I would have loved to see a church. I would have loved to see a hospital. They did a fire station. They even did a police station, but they've never done a hospital. You'd think they would at least do a hospital. One day, watch, they'll surprise us, and we'll be like, oh, well, I guess we were just waiting for too long for it. But if they do, but other people have done it, so it's really nice to see these type of buildings, and it's nice to see church because towns have them. So why not, right? That'd be a great way of doing things, And if you wanted to, you could even make a mosque and have people build mosques for their own city. So I'm gonna be looking. Once I get this base, I think, built, it will be uplifted here because this is the base they want you to build on. But and that's why I want to build it on this base, and then I'll connect it to here. So we're gonna see how this is all going to work out. Okay. Let's continue. Look at that. We're getting there. We're getting there. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything, because I have missed some stuff sometimes, and that's on me. That's not on this. But this is good. It's a cool build. It's a cool build. I can see already. I mean, not and even if not everything's going to be perfect, but to me, I think this is going to be amazing once this is done. Okay, it's going to fit right into my idea of a Lego city. It's just going to fit. Okay, so we are into the instructions, and let's see here. Where are we going to go with this? Okay, like I said, this is a slow start, and I'm sorry if it is. I mean, it's what it is, but I'm just glad to get it. Once we get going, and once we start getting into the building, I think we'll do fairly okay. Just getting started and doing all this stuff, I'm hoping that we will. Oh, see, again, I'm already making mistakes. Alright, so yeah, as we get into this, I want to make sure I'm not making too many mistakes here. I want to build it good. As we get into this, like I keep saying, then things should improve. Things should improve. But it's going to be fun in the end. I'm going to be excited once it's put together, because it's just going to be something cool to add to any Lego city, and that's not bad. I'm glad. I've always thought about some type of church. Even when I started my first sort of Lego city, which is on iHome Entertainment, that's where I had. Now, it was a mix of everything. It's just back in the day when you just uploaded whatever you felt like uploading, and that's what I did. And in the midst of that, I uploaded Lego. So yeah, we're just trying to get this. So yeah, I uploaded Lego, and the rest is history. But I you stop and things like that. I'm glad to be doing this now again. I want to continue if I ever. Now I don't have a lot of space, but if I ever had the full space to have an actual Lego city, I will set one up. But this is a good start to add to this. So when I do have that, I could just pull out this building. Well, this building will be left because it will also be great for Christmas. My woman and I love Christmas, so I feel like this could be considered even a Christmas church. I mean, so there you go. But yeah, look at that. So yeah, we are on our way. Okay, so I did this. And you can see that there. Look at this. This is just me getting in the landscaping part of this. So we got all that. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Yes, we did do all that. Now we have to add in another gray piece. They have a lot of these gray pieces in here. Yeah, it's up here. And then we add in this, which is all along here, apparently. Yep, exactly, it's all along here. Come on, get on there. It actually seems solid, though. It seems pretty good so far. I really do like this. I feel like I like this build so far. But I will say this: it will be a challenge. But if you like challenges, it's a worthwhile challenge. I would say if you want, I would say with a church like this, for me, it's worth the challenge. It's going to be fun in the end. It's going to be, displayed and stuff, and maybe used in other videos in the future. But it's not without its, without its complexity of being built. But it's cool. I will say that. So that's what I say. It may take us several episodes, and that's another thing. It just took time to, it may take us several episodes. Okay, so that's not the one. And then, but once you get things going, though, once we get this set today, hopefully today, and I want to set this today, so this may be a little longer video. If as long as I can keep pushing forward and moving forward, it will probably be a little bit longer of a video just to get this set up, because we have quite a bit going on. And yeah, there's a lot, this detail, that's what this is detail. You're building, we're going to be building this, and it will be detailed very nicely. So, and that's what I love about this idea of building this, is the idea of the detail that is in there. Okay, I do like that as I'm building this, I do like where they show you where to put the individual bricks. You just got to pay attention, look. I mean, it does pretty good. But when you first get started, I see it as overwhelming. I see it as a little bit overwhelming but you just take your time, take your breath, and then read, just kind of read it. And there's a lot of parts and stuff for it, but you read it, and I think if you take your time, and it's good to have a challenge, right? It's good every once in a while, it's nice. That's why, like I said, I'm excited, because it's good to have a challenge. You take that, and well, that's what they did, but you know what? That's not what they did, so. Okay, so, and then if you make a mistake, just fix that mistake, and then move on. Like right now, I started to make a mistake, and it's not. If it's an easy mistake, I love easy mistakes. Then I just fix it, stop, make sure I fix that mistake, make sure that that everything is pretty good and decent, and then we move on. So, okay, here, let's get this other piece that we're looking for, this other 3-piece, and then we can kind of push through. It's going to be a long build, like I said. There are other Lego builds, again, that I got before this I would like to do eventually, but I want this finished before Christmas, and so I wasn't going to just set it around, because there are other builds I have that are ahead of this, that were ahead of this build. Okay, so we gotta do this, but this, because this came unexpectedly, it wasn't, I really just, and I want this building to be finished. I want it to be displayed. I want to move my Lego city back, because I'm finished with it this year. I'm not sure if I will do much more, or if I'll just prepare and do it for next year and add to, because I plan to grow the tower higher. I can, so I plan to grow it higher. But for now, adding this extra building, this is great. And then it's built, it's cool, it gets displayed. I move my Lego city back. I move the church next to it, and that's awesome. We're off and going. I'll just leave that there. Okay, so yes, so we had that, we added that, and then we added, so we're adding, and we added that, I already added the 3 in there, and stuff like that, and then we add in another 2-piece here, 2-piece here, and we go add a white piece here. There you go. There, that's it. Okay. And then, okay, so then we add in, let's see here, then we add in these pieces here. Let's see if I can find what I am looking for. Okay, so I think it's this piece, yeah, it's gonna be this piece. Okay, well, there's one there, and then there's one here. So yeah, this was sent to me in March. So yeah, March is when this was sent to me. It's awesome. It really is. It really is an awesome. It's really awesome opportunity for me to build this. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Okay, so we have 3, and that goes there, and then there's a 4. 4. Wait, 3. Wait, hold on. 3, but a 4. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, there's another piece underneath that piece. Okay, let me see. I think it's this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, this 4 by whatever. Okay. Okay, that's good. That goes there. And then there's that. And then there's... I thought there was a 3, but it may be wrong. Okay, hold on. Because... Oh yeah, there's a 4. 4, okay. And then there is another... See, this is what I'm talking about. So you will... I mean, if you can, I'm gonna try to move. I don't want to make mistakes. So it's going to take me some time. Oh, whoops. I'm making a few mistakes already, I feel like. Alright, there you go. We got to put that there. And then we got to get our another 3-piece here. And there you go. And again, some more pieces. So yeah, this will be the first episode. We'll see how many after that. We'll see how many ends up. I can't guarantee. I'm not that great at predicting, saying this is going to be like this many. It's just going to be built until we're done. And we'll build it here and there. Well, it should be. We'll build it pretty quickly, I think, in some ways. Even if we don't, it's exciting. It's the experience. It's exciting. It's the first time, like I said, for me to build something like this. And you have to, in my mind, it's a good idea to have some challenges like this. I mean, and then once it's built, I could just look at it and be excited and happy. It'll be finished. It'll be cool looking. It's Lego. Why not, right? So then we got to do this. Okay, we got to do something like this. So it's all putting in all this stuff, and I know of it. I feel like this is just, which is cool. I feel like it's outlining the church. That's what I feel like we're doing right now. Is sort of getting the base plate built. Of course, if you're not doing what I'm doing, eventually I'll put it on there, so it'll be more sturdier. That's my recommendation for this. They're using these base plates, but it's easy. It's on the bottom. You can just tap it. I'm gonna just tap it in or put it on. So there you go. But if you're just building this right on their base plate, as time goes on, it will probably be a lot stronger. But because I'm going to be already putting this, once this base deal is done, I'm going to just tap it in on here. It will be even stronger. It'll be fine. So mine will be different because I have this. But yours, so don't be upset if you're like, hey, he had this, mine didn't come with that. Well, that's because I did it. I don't come with it. I made a pre-plan so I could put it in my Lego City on something like the Mills plate. So they're not going to have a Mills plate. You'll just have to do your own if you want it. And I have a video on there. You can look on there on the Lego. And then other people have videos on how to do Mills plate. It's all over. So it's not big. It's not a big deal. You can do it. And then you can prepare to build this yourself. No, don't call the Lego company, complain that they didn't send you all the pieces because someone on YouTube like me built it on a Mills plate. Because yes, I did build it on a Mills plate, but it was extra. I paid extra, or had the pieces. Some of them paid extra to do it that way. So there you go. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great church. Like I said, once I build this, I will put it onto click it onto the building, to the base plate, and then I could build from there and build the actual church. Look at so far. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Like I said, we'll see how long this first episode actually is. It may be a little long. That being partly because of that we're doing this, and I want to be able to maybe get this onto its plate, so that I could just focus on building the church It would have been awesome if they had an actual base plate, but this is cool. I'm actually almost like this too, because I could solve my problem. I just put it on there, so, and yeah, that would be awesome. Alright, here we go. These pieces are kind of nice, actually. I'm kind of surprised about the quality so far. For me, the quality is pretty good. So, yeah. Let's see. Here we go. I want to make sure I got it right, guys. I want to make sure I got it right. Alright, here we go. Oh, okay. I'm making sure. I'm nuts, okay? I'm nuts. I want to make sure I have everything. I'm not missing anything. Am I missing anything? Okay, I got that. So I built all this. Okay. I don't think I'm missing anything. Alright, let's move over. Okay, here we go. And more fun begins. Okay. So, we are at the end. So we just put this here. And then we'll put this. Let's look. We'll put this. Okay, make sure it's over at this end. Okay. Fair enough. And okay, the big one. This is why I'm glad I opened. See, we're putting all these green base plates together. So here's the big one. Okay. Here's the big one. There you go. Okay, we're looking. It will fit. It should fit. I hope it fits. I did it. I know it was on something like this. So, okay, we'll make it. We'll figure it out. Okay, so there it is. There's that. And okay, they're building it up. So they're building the base plate piece by piece. That's what they're doing when you first start. And that's why I said it probably, if you want something sturdy, in my opinion, especially in these earlier times, it will become sturdier over time. Obviously, it's a bigger building, but to make sure it stays sturdy, my recommendation is to do the Mills plating for this. Gray, or is it a weird tan piece? That's another thing that's kind of, no, but I could kind of tell, sorta. Here, I can kind of tell. Hold on, let me get the gray piece, because there is a gray piece involved. And then okay, so gray piece involved. Okay. Yep, we got that on. So the gray piece. This is what's going to stop us for a bit. And then, but if we keep trying to move forward a bit, we probably get more of this done. Like I said, I really do want to put this. We may only get this part done, realistically. I mean, this is today, so you never know how fast or far we're able to go. Oh, okay. So we have this goes at the end here, and then this goes up here. There you go. And yeah, whew. That's a weird. The only piece I feel like is weird is that piece. Is that a weird gray piece, or is that a weird? I'm gonna look because it may be just me. No, because I used all the gray pieces for there, or I feel like I did. So it may be these weird. So that I understand a bit, I guess. That's a weird like tan piece, I think. There you go. Okay. Any more? This is all first bag. I'm glad that they did it in bags, though. Like, you know. Okay. So, what do we have next? That's what it looks like. Okay. So we got all those pieces in, as far as I can tell. Alright. Oh, cool. Alright, so we have all those pieces in. The next step is to do the green bush and this little round, like little stone thingy, or green flower, whatever you want to call it. Another green flower. Okay, so they are trying to make it look like it's a different color. And then there's that. And then there's some green flower thingy. And another one of these. So there you go. There you are. That's it for there. Okay, good. This is a big book, by the way, so that's why I said it's bigger than what I've built big builds, but not like this. So, like I said, this for me is actually exciting to do this and just be able to just kind of add these. All these pieces are going to come together. We're going to see a church at the end of this. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe a long light, but there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh boy. That is going to be enjoyable. Anyway, it's an enjoyable build. I think if you're a person, you work on a little bit every day, but pick a day. You can just look at it a little bit every day. It's up to you. But when I first started, if you're going to Mills plate like me, pick a day to do this, to get the first part hammered out, to get this base plate together, and then just take your time and build when you can. That may be the best. And then take a break when you have to, so you don't overwhelm yourself. Take it in strides. Don't say I have to build this today. You may not. It may not happen that way. You may get exhausted, and then if you take a break and come back, then you can enjoy building it over time. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy. I will make videos. I'll do it, but but I will enjoy building this for several videos and take some time doing it, right? So, okay, there's that piece, and then we got to do this again, and another red piece. There's a lot of tiling on this. This is awesome. So it's a completed church too. That's what I liked about it too, is I noticed it's a completed church. It's not a uncompleted church, meaning that there's inside, like Lego, sometimes they'll give you some sort of complete buildings unless they did the modulars. That's why I love the modulars. I never got into them. I was never able to get into them. They're just too expensive. I wasn't doing Lego at the time, I think, or I may have been for some of the modulars, but I missed out. It would have been a good opportunity to have fun with some of those. At least get one of the modulars. Was not even able to get any of them. So, but having something like this is just like almost like if I got a Lego modular. It's really cool. So, yeah. So here we go. And again, we're building some outline to this church. I know that's what we're doing. It's just, like I said, it's going to take time. I have a feeling this is part of the floor as I'm getting into it. So, okay. And then again, with some more hold on. Let's put in, you gotta make sure you put in your pieces, make sure. That's why I said you may have to, you may have to take breaks. I have a feeling that I may have to, as we're building this, maybe I'll look at the instructions beforehand just to get an idea and just kind of prepare myself a bit. When you build this on your own, you're not making a video on it, you could just kind of take it in strides, maybe do a little bit here, do a little bit there, and then just kind of work your way through the instructions. And you'll have fun doing it. It won't be fun. If you have a deadline, then hopefully you can make it. But I think if you build a little bit, even in the evening time, let's say you get off your work, you build it in the evening time, I think you will accomplish. You may have huge wins, huge gains, and other setbacks as you are reading through. This structure is pretty good, though. It's just figuring out. Some of the colors may be a little weird, but that's even with Lego. So sometimes I know Lego's done way better with it. They're a little more. They're a little more on some of the builds where they really try to show the color better. But Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Again, making mistakes. But that may happen. So that's why I say it's good to take your time on these type of builds, but it's going to be rewarding. That's the goal, is that it's going to be rewarding. It's going to be rewarding people, and if people see it, they're going to be like, "Whoa, look at that! That's cool." Out of Lego, so why not, right? It is cool. It's a cool opportunity. It's a cool build. I mean, get it for yourself. That's what I would say. Okay, here, let's see, okay, so we did that. Then we put this here. I just gotta make sure. Okay, then we put this there. And then we put another white piece over here. Like I said, my goal today, and then I could take it in small videos, so like I said, I don't know how many episodes we're going to have of this, but my goal is, I'll give, to see it through, I'll see it through. It's going to be awesome, but my goal is it's going to take time. And so I'm glad I'm able to take that time now and do it. And then once it's done, it's done. I mean, then it's cool to display, and then people could see it, and then yeah, you can just do whatever, I guess. It's gonna be cool. I know. I keep saying it, but I'm excited. Okay, now here we go. Have to take a breath sometimes too, and you have to take a step back maybe. But I have a feeling we may be able just to accomplish this and see how I proceed to bring this build. And hopefully I'll show you what not to do and what to do. So, okay. So we got all this in. So we got that base plate in. So now we're adding some more rows. And yeah, like this is cool. You're just adding in some rows on here. And then we go over to here and we get a couple more of these. And then we're going to go here. Like I said, take your time. And it's not a bad thing to take your time. I'm doing a video on it, so I'm still going to take my time, obviously, but we're going to see how this all plays out. Okay. And you're going to see me build it and make mistakes and enjoy it. Okay. And laugh at some of my mistakes, or say, well, I wasn't that bright at that, which happens. Okay. But once I got started on this is repetitive in a way. Now you just got to make sure, you have, certain pieces, that's maybe a little bit, but other than that, it's actually pretty repetitive. It's not that, once this part's repetitive. Now you'll get to points where, like I said, you finally figured out and you go, oh, and that's repetitive. And then you'll get to parts where you're like, oh, I'm slowed down again. What's going on here? So yeah, we're going to run into that. I know. I already see it. We're going to have where it's repetitive, and then you're going to get stopped and have to figure out what's going on with this section, what's going on here, and then you'll have to, figure it out. So that's half the fun of building, is figuring this out. And I love how Lego's developed. I mean, I remembered Lego was cool even when I was a kid, but they've gotten cooler in some of their buildings. So I mean, when it comes to stuff like this or other off-brand companies, it's awesome. It's awesome to see this type of stuff. It really is awesome. Okay, so now we flip the page. So yeah, as far as I can tell, everything looks pretty good. Okay, just want to make sure. Then we're getting another piece. We have some pieces, so we're not totally. We're getting another piece, and yep. Again, we're building this base plate. So like I said, even once you put it together, it feels okay. But I would, to be safe, or if you like, I like nose plating anyway because it's sturdier, it's better. Then you just, and I see people. I think I've seen one other person add this to their base plate, to another similar idea maybe. But I'm going to add this. Eventually I'm just going to push this on to here, and then we got some more. So we'll see how we're going to put this on. Okay. We did that, and now, okay, because we did that, now we have this and this. So here we go. We have this, and we have that. There you go. And then, yeah, we added. This is so cool. This is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be one of, I think actually is gonna be the best building that I have right now in my Lego city. That's what it's gonna end up being. It's gonna be the best, and it is. It's a beautiful building. I'd seen it before, but I just kind of went, well, if I can get it someday, I will. And it's nice that it showed up on my door. I wasn't expecting it, and so. It's cool when you're not expecting anything, it just happens. I mean, I love it. It's awesome. You could be appreciative. I'm appreciative of the fact that I could do this. And it's something I love doing. It's something I enjoy doing. Okay. Now, it will be sturdier once you're building it, but I'm going to make it sturdy early on. Like I keep saying, it's not like if they sent you just a base plate and you build on top of it. I partially like that idea because then I could just set this on top of what I want to do, and it'll be permanently there. It won't be moved. And once I push this down in, it will be there. And it'll sit there forever, or however, hopefully forever, or as long as I'm around, or you never know, right? So, okay, so we got that. Okay, so we got that all put together. See, so and then in some cases you're going to have, like, where it's just simple. As far as I can see in the instructions, you're just running into, like, like some of the little pieces are going to be not as simple. But here, But as it's not. I mean, you take your time. You kind of go. Where they're headed with it a bit. But I think by the end of this, I'll maybe an expert, maybe not. I don't think I will be, but I'll know. I mean, it's any new build like this. You never built it before, but you just. I mean, anything you do. My word of advice is what I'm learning here now. Is just take it in strides. Just again, build it at a pace. If you have a deadline, I hope you meet that deadline, but just don't make deadlines for yourself on this type of build. Don't consider it like, I have to have it built right this minute. I would like the deadline for me on this one will be hopefully before Christmas. Now, I think I'll make strides on it. I'm going to make videos and make as much strides as possible on this, so that, because I want to do this till it's done. I'm not going to, take too much of, I'm not going to go around trying to take breaks from it, because I really do want to focus on building this. But I also want to, I want to take my time. I may plan ahead. Since I have the box open, I've revealed it, we've opened it up. It may be a good idea to sit at some evenings and just think, and maybe even for you, just to think about, hey, can I, what's the next steps, and then look into building from there. So yeah, and you're not making a video like me, so you just take the time to just sort of just look at it. And I'm gonna have to take time even with this video. I'm taking time a little bit to look at it, see what they're working on, what it is that they're doing. Okay, so like with this, there you go. You just see the interesting pieces they're put together. That's really cool. That's a really cool idea. And then hopefully just kind of, it makes less mistakes. I'm trying to make less mistakes. I've already made some mistakes, so it's not going to be mistakeless, and you're going to run into that. But I think if we take our time, if you take your time, just like I'm trying to take my time, you will be able to sort of go, okay, here, let's take it piece by piece. That's how sometimes I take a set like this, even smaller sets sometimes, but so it depends on how small the set is. But is just something. If you're first builder, the word is start with simple builds. If you start with a big build, that's great. I mean, that's a great challenge. If you can do it, great. But start with a simple build, and then work your way up and to stuff like this. If you're doing stuff like this, take a breath and take your time, and then you'll appreciate the time that you took on it. And then know that there's going to be times like right now, I'm just repeating. So there's nothing really weird about this part right here. I'm just filling in these square tiles along the way. Okay. Let's see, is that all the square tiles? I thought there was another one. Where's the other one? Hold on. Where's another? It could be hiding. There's another square tile. Where's the square tile? Please don't tell me that it's in another bag. That may be the case. Is there another bag? It didn't say. Oh, please. Where is it? It has to be here. I hope I didn't mess up on that. Let me look. Okay, no, I didn't. But I do need another square tile. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Found it. It's hiding. Oh, well. There we go. Alright. So that's a square tile. Okay, so 36. So we got 37. 36, 37. Yeah, we did all that. That's what we just got done doing. And yeah, that's what we got done doing. And then we have another one of these. See, the big thing on this one is building the base plate thing. Okay, so let's do this, I believe, and then we slide this in. Yep. And then 38. Okay, so 39. We're adding in another gray piece over here, and then okay, and then here and here, and then we're adding in another base plate here. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. That's eventually. At first, it's not going to be that strong. It's okay. It's fairly strong once you get as we're building on top of this. But it's going to be, in my mind, it's going to be stronger if you mills plate it or put it on a base plate. You don't have to mills plate it. Let's say you're like, well, I don't want to, then just put it. If your city's flat and you're not like me. I'm just saying mills plate because that's what my city's on. If your city's flat, I forget that there's people who have, they built flat cities. They just built right on top of the base plate. Then just add this onto the base plate, and you'll just have a little height on the church, which is not a bad thing. But you'll just push it onto a base plate, and it will hold it together. Just buy a base plate you feel happy with, and put it together. It's all up to you. This is your build. Like this is my build, and then you can just kind of go from there and build your own. And make it awesome. That's what I love about Lego. That's one thing I really do love, actually, about Lego, is that how cool the builds can be with Lego. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to do that, and Oh no, hold on. See, again. Alright. Not big mistake though. Necessarily? Okay. Okay, there's a 4. Okay. There's that. And there's okay, here's this. And there's a 2 spot for it. And then there's some flour on top of it. And then there's supposed to be another brick thing here. And then there's supposed to be a flower, which I actually kind of like these. Flower. It's going to look beautiful when it's done. It's going to be nice. It's actually going to be, again, it's going to be one of the, to me, it's going to be the best building in my Lego City, actually. So, it's going to be a really nice, beautiful building. Okay. Okay. So you have this gray piece that goes here. Yeah, 45. Yeah, that's 43. Oh, wait, what? Well, it's the same thing, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. And then here's this. And here's this. There you go. Okay. So, hold on, I want to make sure. Yep. Okay. So, where are we now? Okay, so we did that. Now we're over here where we have the gray piece. Oh, nope. Alright, hold on. I'm looking. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I missed something, but that's okay. I'm gonna put this back in. Alright. That's okay there. Okay. Then we go like this. Then we add all these in here. And let's see. Gray pieces. And we're just, again, we're continuing the build. Oh, where's the other gray piece? It's looking pretty good. You could kind of tell that you're just, you're preparing the base plate, which is cool. Let's see. Where is that other gray piece? Okay, here. Yeah, let's put that to the side over there. Nope. Where is the other gray piece? I'm gonna look, see. Oh, please don't tell me that I'm missing another gray. I'm trying, I'm looking. With what I have here. I'm looking. Things could be hiding, that's the problem. I'm trying to get away from so it's not hiding. So everything is there. I hope I didn't. I hope nothing happened. Okay. I don't see it. I'm hoping that I didn't do something and mess something up. I put a gray piece where another piece is supposed to be. I'm afraid I did that. Okay, hold on. Let me. Up here. At our start. I'm beginning to wonder if they wanted that there. Because it's supposed to be more. And then I could slide this into there. There you go. There, see, that's what I'm talking about. You may have to. And the colors. I'm sorry to say the colors are. I know they're trying. And I think they did pretty good. But the colors may be a little weird. Okay. So, okay, so we got that done. Now it's time to add in some of the other stuff. Like, up here at the top, we are going to add in some of these. So, let me see here. How's it going to be? It's going to be like, oh, it's going to be up though. So it's going to be like that. And then the other one's going to be some weird, deal there. There you go. And then, what we have, it's either going to be a weird, it's going to be this. And I put gray on there, so I hope that gray is supposed to be there. I can always switch things out. It's not a problem. I'm looking to see what else I have. Okay, so here's this, and here is the other piece that I need. There you go. Looks good to me. And here we go with this need to connect the final piece to this, which is going to be over here. And there you go. There you are. That's what it is. Oh, I think it'll still fit. We're going to have to figure that out. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Alright. Okay, so we've gotten quite a bit done. So, I feel like we've gotten quite a bit done. But, let's see, let's look. Let's look and see if what it's going to be like. I may go over a bit. I'm a little concerned that it's going to go over a bit on this 32 by 32 base plate. I may have to extend it a bit, or I may have to I may have to put on a bigger base plate, just so I know this church will have a spot, and then build whatever into it, right? So, yeah, I may have to think about that. We'll deal with that, okay? Because I do have other pieces, so it's not like the end of the world. But anyway, here we are. We have this. I've already done that. I've already connected those two, because I believe that's where that. Because that's where that was, right? Yes. And then what we have to do is put this here, and we need to put this big gray piece up on here. Okay. And then we may have to put a 2-piece over here. And then, again, on the other side, we're going to put in a 2-piece and a 4-piece. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. Where's the other 2-piece? The other 2 gray piece. Okay. The other 2 gray piece. There you go. There it is. Okay. Alright. There it is. That's the easiest way to do this. Just put this like this. Okay. Yeah, that is the easiest way to do that. Okay. We're gonna have to figure this out. I thought it would be. I thought it was this, but we'll figure it out. I think that's it for there. I really do think that's it. Okay. So what else do we have to do? I'm looking to see what it will take. Okay. To see what it'll take for me to continue this. Okay. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I want to make sure I got everything right. Wait, where did that piece go? Okay. See again. I want to make sure I got everything that needs to be right, correct. And that's what you have to do. Again, just make sure, make sure everything is correct in its way you're doing things. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with all that. And I think, okay, let me look again and see where we're at with this. Is in a, hopefully in a cool way. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we finished that. Oh, and we need to add in that tile. That's a weird, almost. I don't know. It's different. It's not gray, but it can be deceived as gray. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to move forward again, and we're going to add. I want to make sure I can get this base plate. That's my biggest concern today, is to get this. Okay, this is almost the final one. Okay, so we have one more after that. And then this is going to be pretty much what our church is going to look like. And now I'm beginning to think that I may upgrade my base plate to a bigger base plate. But here we go. Let us do. I may upgrade, and it's not hard. I may have to move some things around. I could make it work. Okay, so where is? I'll have to figure it out. Let's see here. There is another piece up here. That's a green piece. I think it's going to be our final piece, actually. They want it facing my way, so they want it that way, which is connected between these two. So they want to face it that way. And then they want me to put this on top of here. I'm trying to see if I could finish at least this round base plate. And then they want me to finish. Oh yeah, so they want me to put it. Oh, wait, hold on. I got that wrong. This has been an interesting start to this, by the way. Alright. So they want me to put this over here. Okay. That's going to be cool. And then they want me to put let's get another piece. Let's pull these two together, which with the way they connect some of the connection pieces, it's pretty sturdy in some ways. I mean, I think once you build the church, but it'll be less sturdy. But putting on a base plate for extra security is not a bad idea, even if you don't mills plate it like I do. You don't have to. Just put on an extra base plate for security and you'll be fine. But I like to mills plate things because I like things to be more sturdier when I move things around. And you'll see people who do it, they'll do it and they can do it real easily because it's It's not a flimsy base plate. They made it a solid base plate. That's what I like. And that's what I probably will do. Okay, so we have all that in there. And now we have that, but we're going to put this in here. And then we're going to put this over here. And then we're going to put a flower thingy over in here, just kind of like, so there you go. There it is. That's all I have to say for that deal. Anyway, let's see where we're headed with this. Okay, so I have all that in. That's 52, 54. So yes, I have all that in, and that is really cool. And then up here at 55, we're going to add in a gray piece. Alright, hold on. I hadn't done, what did I not do? Well, I had not done this in the center. Yeah, I had not done this in the center. Getting ahead of myself a little bit, not too bad. I forgot about this piece in the center. And then we're going to do, this piece, and then we're going to do this piece, and then we're going to add in this piece. Oh wait, hold on. Not exactly, but actually it's going to be more like this piece goes in here, and then this nice little cobblestone type piece goes in there, and then this and this other brown piece go down here for more like kind of like stone-ish like colors. And there you go. There's your base plate for that. I'm realizing this is a little bigger than, I may have to go to the big one and see, and maybe move my city onto the bigger one, and then I'll just have two buildings. Oh, hold on. I know I don't need to add that yet. I know I will be adding that yet. So we go down the middle onto one of the sides. We go here, and we add in this piece. Then we go along here and add in this piece. So there you go. So that's it for that. So yeah, we're adding in pieces, and then this piece goes apparently along here like that, and then we go. So we added those two, and then again more decoration pieces. So yeah, you'll notice in this build, which is a beautiful build like this would have, even Lego I would believe would have done when they did their modulars. You know, you have these beautiful decorational pieces that are just for, just for you to just kind of decorate, to do stuff with. So there you go. Oh, don't bump the mic. Sorry if I did. Let's see here. Okay. So now we're putting in more of these gray pieces. Again, it's really nice. And then we're gonna put in another gray piece. Another gray piece. So here you go. There it is. There you go. And the front piece. There's another front piece. Oh yeah, we're just building all along. This it's looking like the church, or looking like a sort of idea of what you're building around, right? So here we go. Where does that go? I think that wants to go here. Yeah, I think that's what that wants to do. It wants to go here. Oh boy. Some of the decoration piece might be a little... You may take your time. Again, So here we go. What are we looking at now? I think we're looking at. I want to see if we could add the other plates to it. That's what my goal is. My goal is to see if we can at least add the other plate to it. I may take a break because I noticed I am getting into the more of the hour range, so that I can, I'll just edit this video. Like I said, it was just a beginning start to get into the church itself. We do this down here. We do that over there. And so we're going to do this in here. And then we're going to do flat. Again, more decoration, flat gray piece. More landscaping early on. And then a flat piece here. And a flower piece here. And we missed an orange piece here. And then another weird piece there. There you go. Oh man, look at that. Talk about decoration. That's awesome. It's awesome, but I could see how it could be a little bit, it's a little bit expert built. That's the whole thing, right? So, and then now we add in this to here. Oh, yeah, we add in this, don't want to hit the camera. We add in this to here. And again, I wanted to put this on this base plate, but look at that. Unless I could figure it out. Wait, hold on. No. I may have to upgrade my base plate somehow, because there's a little bit hanging off on the end. I mean, this was a great idea, and I thought it would actually fit here, but this may have to go somewhere else. Alright, we're going to look at it, we're going to see. It's a weird shape. I mean, it is basically a smaller, but it's not. In a way, it doesn't exactly fit this base plate. Alright. We may have to solve that problem soon, because if I get building this, I want to make sure I have a sturdy place. So then, again, we may have to just kind of play it by ear, see what happens. Okay, so here we go. If I have to take a little bit of time off just to put this and figure it out, I will. But yeah, again, this is just getting started. This is just getting things so we can build. Okay, so that's all it for there. As we move on, because I mean, I could talk quite a bit, I guess. As I move on, okay, I did add. Hold on. Well, as I move on, yes, I have this here. Yeah, it's at this end. Okay, so I have that there. I have another one of these small pieces. You take your time to probably get a few of them. Once you get into building again, yeah, these small pieces may be a little bit, for the decorating. But again, once you build this, you can pat yourself on the back and just say, well done. I mean, it's a build. Now we're getting into stuff I love doing, which is the bigger pieces that's starting the building already, it looks like. And then I guess we're going to go on the inside. Yeah, we're going to go on the inside, because yeah, now we're up to that point. And then we're going to go here. And then we're going to go here. Thank God when they built this way. I mean, yeah, could they put down on one base plate? It would have been nice. But thank God when they did do this way, that they, in some ways, had connection points. But once you put it on a base plate, just so it stays sturdy and stuff like that, and stay there, I think it would be even more. It'll be much better. Okay, so I think I did that. So that's over with on that page. Yeah, just all those pieces, and they're all already there. Those are easy pieces. And then we're moving forward, and I guess we're putting some stuff together. I guess so we're putting this and this, and so there you go. There it is. There you are. Okay. And then we're going to put are those 2 gray pieces? Screwed up somewhere. Because if those are 2 gray pieces, then where did I put those? Hold on. Let's look at this. Okay, so where this one is, that's not a gray piece. So that could take over and put that piece there. See, this is the type of thing that you may have to figure out, but thank God I'm the one doing it. Yeah. So there you go, because I can figure it out for you, and I have a feeling that this piece up here was not meant to be gray. That's I already kind of was looking at that one, you know, and there we go. And then we'll put this piece back over here. See, like I said, you're gonna make mistakes, and the colors, like I said, the colors are a little weird, and I had heard that from the book that you may have to just kind of, you know, play with it and figure it out. But there you go. We fixed it. We fixed it. So that's the goal. This, like I said, this is going to be a project in and of itself. Okay. Now we're moving on, and it's exciting though. I mean, hey, it's a learning curve. So this is probably where I'm starting to notice that a base plate would be a good place to. Okay, here, you know what? Let's set this down, because I am not sure if that base plate is going to be the one that I can continue with on this. Now, I did build this, but I have a bigger base plate. Now, I got to determine whether I'm going to move everything to that base plate that I do have, and I may do it. It may happen, and then I just kind of figure it out, right? So there you go. Okay, so that's it, and it may work out that way. It may be a good thing, actually. It may be a funny and good thing. Okay, here we go. So we have all this. We have the steps made, and now we put them up here. So we have the steps made, and then we have this put in, and then we have the covers for the steps, and now we're over to this, where we're going to add in this to the top as a flat, like, stage pulpit thing. I mean, depends on what church you go to. This is a Catholic, more than likely, and medieval style Catholic church, obviously, so it's going to be more like, I still say it's a pulpit, but it's going to be different. Okay, so one side has that. The other side, for some reason, has this. Okay. And then we go up there. Oh, and we put in our pieces. We're getting there. I think once this first bit pieces have come in, we will be done with this first video. And then I'll have to see. I may do some stuff off, and then I'll tell you if I did anything, what my thought process was on putting it on a space plate. And that's the thing. Again, see, and then you're gonna have to figure out. Now you know now I know it's actually bigger. It is basically would be a 32 by 32 side, but it's not exactly. So you'd probably have to either build a base plate to fit that better, or you'd have to do something. And I may put on a bigger base plate and maybe even move my Lego City over to it. I'm not entirely sure yet. I mean, I won't do it. If I did, it would be after the fact the church is done, and that could be its own update. Who knows how that's going to end up being in that situation. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're putting stuff on here, so it's not. We're getting down there. Alright, so, and now that I know some stuff, I could just kind of move forward with this. I was just hoping to put it on after, but I didn't know the shape. 100%. I knew it wasn't super huge, but I knew it wasn't small either. But apparently, it doesn't fit on the base plate. The base plates I want it to fit on. So, that's, I guess, okay. Let's see, let's get more of these pieces. Let's see here. So we have this, and then there's a middle, like 3-4 pieces, 1x4. So, and they're in the middle. Yeah, they're in the middle to make this platform. Yeah, they're in the middle, and there's 3 of them, I believe. Yeah, there's 3 of them. Where's the other? Okay, there's 3. Okay. Cool. And then there are, then there's this. But before I continue building this church up, I want to get it sturdy and into its place. But at least we say we got it opened, we got it started, and we're adding, yeah, we're building up the stage area, or pulpit area, whatever you want to call it, and of the church. And here we go. Okay, here you go. There you are. Look at that. Nice. That is so cool. And then we have some 3 orange deals, clear orange deals. Some of this is going to be really easy to just go through, and then some of it is going to be less than. It's just going to take time, right? I mean, we already run into that today. And then we have a top piece on there. I'm trying to get rid of all these pieces to see if I could at least build up this piece. Okay, so then we have this, and then okay, so we have this, but we got to add this on top, and then we got to add this. Hold on. I'm trying to show it in a cool way. Okay. And nope, wrong. Come on. Actually, I have to build 2 of these, so I might as well just do it. Here, let's do it this way. Alright, hold on. There you go. And then is there 2 of those? I think there's 2. Yeah, there's 1. It looks like there's 2. And then we add in a top like this. Yep, there was 2. Alright, there you go. I'm going to build the other one too. Might as well. There's no, take my time, build it like, on some of these easy pieces, you just kind of, like this one, there's multiple of, you just kind of snap them together. Okay, you snap it together, then you put the final piece on, and then, here we go. There you go. And again, that's just, I'm going to do the easy stuff, right? I'm going to just do the easy stuff. And then I'll put this on here. Put this on here. Okay, now we're going to take one of these. And I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to look at it and see what they want me to do. Well, they want me to, that's kind of a cool idea. They want me to shove these, they want me to shove this through these fencing things. So there's red, green, and then 2 blue. On the bottom, that part's easy. And then are we going to do, yeah, so, okay. So we're going to do that too. We're going to put that there. There you go, there's your start. Then we're going to do, red, green, again, except this time we're facing it this way. So we're going to do red, again, the opposite way. That's how you have to face it. And then you're just going to do that, pop them in. We already did the other build part, and boom, la la. There you go. This is it for this. So then we're going to get back to, but we'll do that some other time. But in the meantime, I got to figure out where in the world, how am I going to put this? And I'm looking, and I may look at the structures. How am I going to do this on a Mills plate so I can build the church, and then if I decide to move my city onto the same building, I'll have to figure all that, and that's up to me. But so far, this is what we got out of bag one, our beginning start, and it's a good start. It's really a good start. It's awesome we got started. We got more to go, but at least we have this going for us. We'll see what we can do next time. In the meantime, I'll probably figure out so I can place this and then continue building this and seeing what it will take for me to place this, how I should place it, and then kind of figure that out and then go from there. But in the meantime, this is what we've done. We've got it started. Now it's time for me to finish this video, edit it. I want to say thank you so much if you've been patient with me this whole time. I want to say God bless you. Till next time, next video, next build, whatever that may be. Oh, and keep building with Lego. Keep building with Lego. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Pick up something like this. Build it. I would say pick up this church. It looks cool. It looks great. Build it for yourself. But until next time, next build, next video, I want to say God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.